Hey traders, TG Watkins here. Today I want to talk about crypto, Bitcoin, and some of the other stocks around there and see if it is ever going to come back. We know that it has gone through a pretty brutal, I don't know if you want to call it bear market or just a long-term correction. It has definitely been a tough one, and finally gotten to see some bouncing, maybe some areas of the crypto market that are starting to come back a little bit. So let's take a little bit of a dive through some of the longer-term charts and show you some of the things that I see between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some of the other stocks in that space. So let's first start with Bitcoin itself. And of course, there are a few different ways that you can look at this. You can look at either the Bitcoin futures, which is /BTC. You can look at GBTC. You can look at IBIT, which is another popular one. And you can even look at some of the leverage ETFs like BitX, BITX. And so what I've kind of been seeing in through here is if we go back and look at this, as you know, if you guys trade Bitcoin, you've kind of experienced some of this. It will have big run-ups and also big pullbacks. And you can see we've also had a big run up and a big pullback. So this is kind of one of those things where I'm looking at this, and for the Moxie room, the trading room that I run, you guys can find at simplertrading.com/Moxie. We have been talking about this, that if this first level didn't hold, and that was actually the first area that I was looking for price to bounce, and it did. You can see here, price came down, it did bounce, but apparently there was more downside in store for it, so it came down pretty hard. And look what it did down. So instead of holding this level, it's now holding this level in through here. And of course, we know the number 60,000, whatever. The number doesn't matter. It's more about the relationship to previous price levels and important metrics like that. And you can also see that in the past, we've had a pretty good pullback right there, and it also came into a pretty significant level like this. This is also very common just in stock trading in general, that something that used to be resistance now becomes support on the way back down. And so you can see this was, yes, it was a breakout, but it also became support. And then you can see here, this used to be resistance, then it became support, and then we've gotten the breakout, and now we're pulling back to it again. So I do think that there is a pretty good case for this being a really, really big level for Bitcoin, because there's a lot of people here and there are a lot of people here, and look what we just landed on again. From a technical standpoint, we could also point out a couple things. We're basically at the monthly 50, which is a pretty important level for most stocks. And we're also here at the weekly 200, which is also important. Now, we can't officially say that this thing is back in an uptrend until a few different things happen. But really what I'm trying to figure out is, do we think that the low is in? And do we think that what could be happening over the next few weeks or a couple months could actually be price starting to base and finding some long-term support to actually start moving up from? And so what I look at from there is we're going to have to look at the weekly chart to get some of that clarity. Because some of the processes that I need to see is we need to get the fast moving averages to cross over the slow moving averages. So basically I need the weekly 8 to get over the weekly 21. And for mine, you can see it's the blue line and the orange line that are the 8 and 21. And basically, when did price on this last run up start actually going up? It was when right here, the 8 crossed over the 21, and then you could see it started actually holding some moving averages to the upside. Now, where are we today? Kind of nowhere near that, are we? In fact, we have hit the first target that I wanted to see after this last bounce. We went into the weekly 21. Now again, if you look at history, the weekly 21 right here was resistance, right here was resistance, and even right here was resistance, and again is resistance. So this is why we had the first run up into the weekly 21. Now I'm expecting price to kind of back off, do some back end filling, doing some hammering out a low of some sort. And then what I want to see is, can we get the next run up and actually start to cross the 8 over the 21? So we've certainly got some work to do. We are by no way out of the woods. Price could certainly go lower. This could be resistance, just like it was resistance before, and we could go lower. The question is how much lower? And that's what we're going to have to be watching over the next probably a few weeks to see how this kind of pans out. But when we start seeing this thing work out to the upside, I want to see that 8 cross over the 21. So you guys keep an eye out for that. Make a little mental note. Maybe write it on your chart and say that's what we're looking for the change of trend on the weekly chart. The other thing, and this gets a little bit into the weeds of what I look at, is here on the monthly time frame. This is the monthly 10 SMA. And what we can see is there is a huge gap between price and the monthly 10 SMA, which you can see here. There was also a pretty big gap between price and the monthly 10. Now these are on the downside. And what I look at is when you get too far away from moving averages, at some point, price wants to actually get back to that moving average. And you can see that on the upside too. See how there was a gap? See how there was a gap? And you can see how there was a gap there and a gap there and a gap there. And each time price came back to that moving average. Now, if you're trying to be bullish and price is too far away from these moving averages, that will be a pullback, and that maybe that's a little uncomfortable, but you should be prepared for a pullback. Now, if you're on the downside, you're like this, you're actually looking for price to go up. You want to see at some point price get back to that moving average. And so I'm just aware that price is very far away from the monthly 10. Now, this is a monthly chart, so it can take a long time for this to happen and for it to fix. But what that's telling me is there's kind of a vacuum here. And so I do think at some point, price and that moving average will want to meet. The question is, will it want to meet all the way up here? Or will this take so long that the moving average will come down like this and price might actually meet here? That's what we don't know. It's a moving target, obviously, but it is something to be aware of. And if you want to go look around at some individual tickers, you'll start to see this situation where when price gets too far away from moving averages like the monthly 10, it tends to come back to it. And on the downside, if you're looking for a reversion to the mean, to the upside, that could actually be a good thing. Now, let's take a look at Ethereum futures and see what we kind of see in through here. One of the big things that I want to draw your attention to is look at the volume that has been coming in to Ethereum lately. Now, you can even see back here, there was a lot of volume down to the lows right there. So that was actually a pretty good tell. A lot of volumes at the low tends to help put in a bottom as long as it's buying volume. And you can see in through here that we were actually getting an increase of volume as price was coming down. And I think that is what helped move this thing up. But then, as we know, the whole crypto space kind of got wrecked for a little bit and started coming down. In fact, I suppose you could say that there was high volume at the top, which maybe could have been some liquidity volume, actually. Maybe people were selling into it. I actually think a lot of people got kind of tricked with the crypto thing, because you could see that Ethereum was doing great, was running up, and I think even Bitcoin broke out to new highs before rolling back over. And I think people were really actually looking to buy the breakout, and it just didn't happen. It actually came back the other way. So I'm kind of wondering if that was just people who got trapped in through there. But if we actually look at this on the monthly time frame, I'm going to move this up a little bit, and you can see we are now at a double bottom. So that is very, very noteworthy. I think a lot of people are looking at this, that we're at a double bottom, and if it holds, that means the low is in. And there has been a lot of volume that continues to be in here and persistent. So I think that Ethereum is really, really gaining a lot of attention of what's going out there. Love him or hate him, you got Mike Lee out there talking about Ethereum a lot, and I just hear more and more big people, big traders, big investors, people in the industry, financial people are saying that Ethereum is kind of the way of the future as far as how the rails and processing and all that kind of stuff are built. I'm not an expert, so kind of look into it a little bit, but I know there's a lot of people out there talking about Ethereum in general and how it's going to be working. The other thing, other than this double bottom, like I pointed out with Bitcoin, is notice that there is a huge level here, and there's also a big level back here. And what are you doing? We're sitting right on it. So I do think this is very constructive, that, price came down. That's been a pretty big, hard move to the downside. But I think we are also at an area where we could be into a lot of support. So I think it's going to be unlikely that Ethereum is going to break much lower. That's kind of how I would be looking at this. But we still need to see a little bit of work. Same thing. We need to see that 8 cross over the 21. We need to see a few things kind of start to warm up on the lower time frames, namely the daily chart too. We need to see price actually start following the daily 50. We're over the daily 50, but I don't think we're out of the woods yet, and we've got some work to do. And maybe this could take some time, depending on how this kind of goes. You can see here, even that bottoming basing pattern took some time. So I'm looking at that. I think this is generally a good thing, but we got to be a little bit patient. I'll also point out once again, there is a giant gap between price and the monthly 10. And I have a feeling, again, this is kind of just my experience of how I've seen these things. The monthly 10 is up here. It's not even in a downtrend. It's actually flat. And so you look at this and say, oh, there's a vacuum, there's a void. And remember, like I said, a lot of times price wants to come back to the moving average, whether from the upside or to the downside. You could make that case here that price came back to the moving average. Right here, price came back to the moving average. And even here, price came back to the moving average. And so if we're dealing with this again, there's a giant gap between price and that moving average. And that moving average is way up here. I think that there's a good chance that sometime in the relatively near future, we can actually get a move back up at least to that moving average. And I think that would be healthy. I think that'd be awesome. And so I think that is something that we'll be looking for and seeing how that works out. Now, other things like if we look at coin, I do have a few things, little things that I have worked with using some leverage ETFs and some other factors out there that help me see the market in a little bit clearer way. And Coin specifically is showing some of these factors. And so if you guys are interested in learning more about what I see on Coin, that actually makes me pretty interested in buying this pretty soon. Then you should come over to simplertrading.com/Moxie. You guys can sign up for the trading room that I have there, and you can do a $7 trial for 30 days if you want to come in and check it out. All right, so what I am seeing here is, again, there's a really, really big gap between price and the monthly 10. I get it. I understand that it's in a downtrend, but it looks to me that there could be an opportunity for price to at least just close that gap. Like I said, gap, gap, gap. Even here, there's a gap, and you can see price eventually came back to it. So we got that, and then I think that there's a chance that this is actually hammering out a low. It is putting in higher lows. Again, it's not quite out of the woods yet. I mean, you're even looking at it right here this week. Price got taken down a few notches. I have not made a trade on this yet, but I keep talking to the Moxie traders and subscribers about this. And you can see once again that price got rejected by the weekly 21. So this is where I'm saying I think that crypto in general, they have come down a lot over the last several months, but I think what they're trying to do is find support, test support, and they're trying to build a base. But base building takes time. So this is why if you guys want to be bullish on this, that's great, but give it some time because these things may not jump up right away. There might be a catalyst at some point that really get them going, but in the exact moment right now, they're still kind of working on hammering out some lows. And you can see that I think there's also a really nice support level right through here that price has touched numerous, well, at least four major times in through here. And I think that is also another something to be paying attention to. We also, as you look at moving averages, Coin is sitting on the monthly 50 and it's sitting on the weekly 200, which again, I think is generally pretty good for these areas. So we have Coin, and then if we look at MSTR, and of course this one kind of moves, like Bitcoin, just a little bit more. And you can see MSTR also has found a pretty significant level in through here. Yes, it sold off hard, but so did Bitcoin. And you can see also here, there's a pretty big gap between price and the monthly 10. So I think at some point, we're probably going to get a nice move to the upside to start navigating that. And in through here, once again, price right into the weekly 21. I would love to see a little bit more consolidation, maybe a little bit more of a pullback to help navigate that because technically, this is still kind of in a downtrend if the 8 is below the 21. We are looking for price at some point to go up to where the 8 can cross over the 21. And you can see in through here, that's also what we're, back in the day, you look at this, and you can see, notice how the 8 was below the 21 for quite some time. And when did the trend actually start switching and going up? When the 8 crossed over the 21. So while I think we have things we can be looking for, and as again, like I said, base building, we've just got work to do. We are still very, very much under these moving averages. And so I think that if you're bullish, you don't have to rush. I think there's going to be opportunity, and the market's kind of waiting for whatever that opportunity might be. Remember that crypto tends to be very, very sensitive to market conditions, and crypto likes to run, like with small caps, likes to run when conditions are ideal. Now, as you guys might remember, crypto might actually, I know there are probably multiple reasons for it to come down, but crypto, like MSTR, topped, summertime. There might have been some rumblings of conflict in Iran and all that kind of stuff because the market actually started topping out in October, and then we didn't have the Iran conflict until really February or March. So I think actually there were some insider vibes that might have been able to figure this out. And so Bitcoin responded in a very, very sensitive way to the market starting to get weak, and then the market correcting 10%. But now that crypto has corrected significantly, now that the market has corrected 10%, and now that we have new all-time highs in the market, once we can kind of settle down a little bit, we could actually start building the right scenario and right condition to actually get crypto moving up. So I would certainly keep an eye on this. Just realize I don't think this is going to just suddenly start. I think we will see it build and work a little bit. You need to have a little bit of patience to kind of keep hanging on to these right spots. But I think at some point these things will start turning up, and just find your spot. All right, guys, thanks again. Remember, simplertrading.com/Moxie. Come on over. You can check out the trading room for $7 for 30 days. Love to see you in there. If you come in, say hi. Let me know that you're new. And other than that, you guys take care. We'll see you at the next one.